Hello. Hello. Follow me. Wait.
Well, that was odd. Hello, everyone. Soulstorm Brew. The 90s. We had good games and weird food. The 90s was one of the best times for the gaming industry. Not only did it launch several successful franchises, but we made our conversion from the 2D plane to the 3D plane. And what kind of games were the most popular? Platforming! Yes, we had games like Half-Life and Majora's Mask, but if it was a platformer, your wallet would be so empty that even flies would rest in there. Oh, you don't believe we had a lot of platformers? Well, let me name a few. Super Mario 64, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, Klonoa, Door to Phantom Isle, Banjo-Kazooie, Croc, Legend of the Goblins, Donkey Kong 64, Rayman, Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards, Gargoyle's Bad Fur Day, Yoshi's Story, and Tomba. Oh my god, wow. Now that's all fun and cool, but what happens when you take two filmmakers, both with extraordinary visions, and they decide to make a game? You get cinematic platforming. The cinematic platformer wasn't a new genre with games such as Prince of Persia and Flashback, but did you ever hear someone say, hey, did you get past that section in Flashback on the playground? Because I didn't. Anywho, in 1994, Sherry McKenna and Laura Lanning formed Oddworld Inhabitants, a company that would combine gaming and filmmaking to tell one grand story. McKenna would handle most of the background stuff, while Lanning would be the creative force, which included writing and designing the world of their games. They started working on Soulstorm in 1995, which was originally going to be 3D, but Lanning changed this due to how the graphics looked at the time. Oh, come on, they weren't that... Oh. Yeah, these aren't dated. Beautiful. Then, after a 21-month-long development stage and the decision to rename their product, Oddworld Abe's Oddysee was released on September 19th, 1997. The game was an instant hit due to its challenging gameplay, great production quality, and the graphics, which still hold up today, unlike some other games. After the success of Abe's Oddysee, the game's publisher, GT Interactive, wanted Lanning and McKenna's team to develop a sequel in 9 months. Wait, what? Shockingly, Oddworld inhabitants were able to create Oddworld Abe's Exodus in time for a November 1998 release. Not only that, but they managed to improve the game speak and add 200 more Mudokons to the game. Wow. My hat goes off to you, Oddworld inhabitants. Things started to get a little bumpy after this, however. GT Interactive was about to close. This was bad. Needing to get funding for their next game in the Oddworld universe, Lanning signed a contract with Microsoft, where they would be developing an Xbox exclusive. The world went like this. The next game was also going to be Oddworld Inhabitants' first bite into the third-dimensional plane, but another problem hit. Their team only knew how to do 2D programming. After many other bumps in the road, including Microsoft wanting the game to be called Abe and MUNCH'S Fun Adventures. You know, because this is fun. Oddworld MUNCH'S Oddysee was released as a launch title for the Xbox with other titles such as Oh Dear. The game underperformed, which disappointed the team, but they still went ahead with their next project, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. The company now decided to let Electronic Arts publish the game. Oh, that's just swell. Originally there was going to be a PS2 port, but it didn't work, so EA went into a room one day and went,
Hey, you know this game series people love.
Yeah.
Let's not promote it.
Okay. And so, like MUNCH'S Oddysee, the game underperformed despite critical acclaim, and Oddworld went on hiatus for a while. Then New and Tasty came out and the world was saved. Yay! I honestly did not know what to expect going into Stranger's Wrath. I was a bit worried since I had only played the Abe games before, and this was a huge change to the formula. But guys, I think I like this game the most out of all of them. Now, let me explain. Time to get that moolah. The game begins with a cutscene where our protagonist is chasing a criminy Jiminy bad guy, and guys, I'm not lying when I say that Stranger is the most badass character in gaming. What other character can break a gun with their bare hands?
Oh man, why'd you have to do that?
Yeah, you ain't getting that back. Also, if you say that anyone else can make this more badass.
Now that's how you get them.
You're lying, and you need to sit in the corner and think about the things you've said. Stranger makes his way back to town in probably the best tutorial ever.
Yes. Drown, my pretties. Drown so I can collect your life savings and mangle bodies.
We eventually get back to the first town of Gizzard Gulch. The towns are a very unconventional hub where you select bounties to take before you decide to run back in the wild and go bam 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 bam. I might as well talk about the gameplay while I'm at it, huh? Stranger's Wrath is played in both a third person and a first person perspective. You can freely switch between these views at the press of a button, and it's buttery smooth. Okay, I know that doesn't sound smooth, but you get the point. Both views have different advantages and disadvantages. Third person lets you run and use melee attacks, which is great for weaker enemies, but not for the stronger one. First person, on the other hand, lets you use your modified crossbow, which is great for stronger enemies, but you can't run. You also have a selection of ammo rather than guns, which you hunt for in the wild and gain along the way. It adds a great element of strategy to the game that I personally like. Good job, Oddworld inhabitants. You get the thumbs up. After you defeat them pesky critters, you can snag them up to get moolah later when you turn the bounty in. There's also a unique moolah system to this game. When you go to the bounty store, you can see how much moolah you get for the wanted baddie. However, they're worth more alive than they are dead. In order to capture bounties alive, you have to take down their stamina meter, as they'll get tired and faint. My preferred method is the Zapfly Thud Slug technique. But if you want them dead, I don't know why you would, you need to take down their health bar. It's a nice touch that the enemies have stamina and health bar like you do, at least IMO. I usually got all of the bounties alive, but I unfortunately killed 2 of them.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
The moolah you earn can then be used to buy upgrades, which I recommend doing because this is freaking awesome. After nabbing, or killing, your first 2 bounties, you go to... I'm sorry, but I need to know who voices Stranger. It's amazing. I'm starting to wonder if this man is a god. Anyway, Stranger goes off to meet Doc, a rather shady vicar, who tells him the cost of the life-saving surgery our protagonist needs. Huh. So it's just like real life. As we exit the office, we see that Boyle's Booty, the brother of the baddie we bagged at the beginning, has come to town to claim his revenge. And, oh god, shit, damn, piss off, yeah. This game is hard. Although I would definitely agree that the Ape games are harder by far. Oh, piss off! Stranger's Wrath is no walk in the park. Prepare to die, and die, and die. You see, you need to be quick on your feet and make sure you use the right ammo, can heal up, and duck behind something. The only way to heal up is by doing a Tarzan yell, which uses up your stamina, and if you run out of stamina, balls. This battle took me a bit, but I eventually got through with the power of saving. Since there's nothing left in Gizzard Gulch and we have to get even more moolah than before, we go to Buzzerton, where a new slew of bounties are waiting. I guess I should talk about the bounty battles, eh? After battling through a lot of minions, and I mean a lot, you face a boss. Now you might be like, big deal, it's just a shoot cover shoot thing, right? And you're wrong. Each boss battle is surprisingly different for a shooter game. One boss could be battling a weird monster and the boss, while the other could be trying to take down a force field. Also, screw this battle, it's wank. The game also still has a sense of humor like the other Oddworld games. Time for some chuckles, everyone.
The password is... Whoa, did you just say... Oh, no. So you heard what the Five Fingers said to the face?
Lorne Lanning is best comedian 10 out of 10. After bagging all the baddies in Buzzerton, we get an offer from an Octigi named Secto. He asks Stranger to find Steve head to add to his collection, and oh my god, these heads are
Terrifying.
He also asks another bounty hunter, the Castrator, aha, you see what they did there? To nab it as well, and whoever gets it first will get 20,000 moolah. Since Buzzerton doesn't have any more bounties because Stranger is too cool for them, it's time to go to New York City. I want to take this time to talk about the graphics and the music of the game. The graphics surprisingly hold up both in the cutscenes and gameplay, something really hard to pull off with 3D technology. Obviously. And you think they look rather drab because of the predominantly sandy colors, but they don't, to be honest, which is remarkable. And the music. Oh, the flipping music. Michael Bross, you are amazing, and I'm going to buy a physical copy of the soundtrack on Amazon. Wait, what? The soundtrack is a fusion of spaghetti western music and electronica. Now, that doesn't sound too good on paper, but just take a listen. Freaking awesome, right? When we back up all of New York's bounties, we learn that Doc is waiting for us in his Mongo Valley River office. Maybe I should have gotten all those upgrades. Well, let's go anyway. Oh dear, that's not good. Then we're thrust into the heart of war when Raider attacks us. I'm not ready! Oh. We just need to live for a bit. Unfortunately, Stranger is tricked by Raider and gets hung up in his hideout. As he struggles to get out, the bell for his surgery comes out and Raider tells his minions to rip his clothes off. What was this rated again? Yeah, that's what I thought. As his pants are ripped off, God, that just sounds dirty. We learn the secret that Stranger has been hiding and why he needs surgery.
It's a goddamn Steve. He ain't been hiding his legs. Got no horn.
This is probably one of those things you shouldn't think about. Thankfully, after managing to burn Raider alive, we escape from the area and... Hey, why are you shooting at me? We learned that the grubs helped Stranger escape and... Oh, this is not gonna get annoying.
That's right. It was us, dude. Cause we need your help.
Long story short, the Steve protected the grubs, but there aren't many Steve, if any, besides Stranger, left. The grubs were eventually pushed away from their homes by Secto, who built a dam to create bottled water, and the Clackers, these things, and won it all back. And so, fueled by revenge from both the grubs and himself, and equipped with some awesome armor and a sweet-ass crossbow, Stranger heads out to end this once and for all. Balls. We eventually get a boat and make it to Last Legs. Is it too late to turn back? After fighting through Last Legs and making it into the dam, where we meet these monstrosities only H.P. Lovecraft could love, we make it to Secto. Honestly, Secto's fight is very meh, and it just might be the worst fight in the game. But then the ending hits. Oh, the ending. The water from the dam is free, giving the grubs back their home. But we find out that the Secto we fought was a possessed Elder Steve, and that the real Secto is still out there. It is one of the most bittersweet endings in gaming, and deserves to be played through. It is a sin to just watch it on YouTube. Seriously, play through Stranger's amazing journey and see it for yourself. Or you can be a complete dick. And so, what are my final thoughts about Stranger's Wrath? 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10! This is honestly my new favorite game, and if you thought I was being vague in my review, that was on purpose. This game runs on Steam, in HD and at 60 FPS, and I think that you should get it at full price or not. It is worth your time, trust me. Warren Lanning is a true visionary in the gaming world, and I can't wait for Oddworld Soulstorm, and the next part of the Oddworld Quintology. If you enjoyed, guys, then mash the X button and up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, and have an amazing day. Now, if you'll excuse me, I can't really segue into this next one. Hello everyone, I would like to thank you for watching my review of Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. It's a super fun and challenging game, and I implore you all to play it. On the topic of Oddworld, there is currently a Kickstarter by Eric Scarecrow that is an Oddworld plush project. Abe and Munch are currently the main focus, but if the project is funded up to $75,000, a stranger doll will become available. I have left the link to the Kickstarter in the description below. I myself have donated, and it is endorsed by Oddworld inhabitants, so there's no need to worry about scams. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you want to, and I will see you all next time.